Hi guys, Alicia here, thenewBcrafter. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my craft room. I rearranged it a month or two ago now because it wasn't quite as functional for me as I wanted it to be. So I wanted to show you how I switched everything around in my craft room. As if you saw my previous craft room tour, which I'll put the link to in the description box below, this desk that is now here used to be over there, and there's been a lot of different changes that have happened. I'll put the link to the other two craft room tours I have done in the description box below so you can see those. And please subscribe to see all of the DIYs that I create using these supplies. So, let's get started. So welcome to the doorway of my craft room. This is where I will put up a sign on the other side of the door to tell people to be really quiet or make as much noise as you want, but don't open the door, because that means I'm doing something for you. I really like this area to film the intro to my videos. As you can see, I have some wrapping paper up, which I used at Christmas time to make it more festive. So I really do recommend putting wrapping paper on your walls for that purpose. We're gonna move over a little bit more, and right beside the door I have a bunch of storage. This room is basically all craft supply storage. On the top here I keep all of my scrapbooks I haven't used yet. I buy them when they're on sale and then I never make scrapbooks, which is kind of problematic, but they're there for when I want to. And I have supplies to make scrapbooks from different vacations that we've gone on. In the next drawer I have envelopes that don't have cards, and cards that don't have envelopes, which makes this drawer quite interesting and something I should probably sort through, but haven't gotten to it yet. This is kind of a project that I should actually finish, like a owl that I need to stuff and sew head on, and so stuff and sew the top of, but that's a bin there for whenever I want to. This right here is a box of rags for cleaning up different spills or different techniques for the craft room. These are old dish towels I have here. I have my full sets of pencil crayons in the next one. I only have one in there right now, but those work well. And I have my swimming ribbons, which I want to create a board of one day, but haven't quite gotten to that because I don't swim anymore. In the bottom here I have these units. They're from Michael's. I got them a few years ago, but they work really, really well for storing all of my yarn. I try and do it by color, and then at the bottom here I keep all of my rainbow yarn. But I really like this. It lets me see all of the yarn, and it's pretty deep so I can store yarn behind yarn, which is really nice for keeping all of the yarn together. So on top of the other one of my yarn storage units, I have a 3-drawer one. This used to be in our front hallway for storing our shoes, but in the top drawer here I keep different types of papers and my rice and just a lot of papers that aren't my cardstocks, like my goose paper and craft paper and different things like that that I don't use that often. In the next drawer I have a project that is on the go, which I probably should put more time into, but definitely have not, so I have that in there. And then in my bottom drawer I keep all of my crochet hooks and my loom sticks, and of course my loom, my silicone mats, my acetate, felt, paper towel, craft foam, and my painting shirt all get stored in this one. It's very cluttered, but it works well. On the top of my unit here, I have all of my pre-packaged cards, which I'll do a tutorial on sometime. So I have those there, and I have them all organized. And then over here I have cards that I've made, which I need to package in some pre-made envelopes. My business stickers and some strips of paper that I use to package them, and my bracelet stand for when I take photos for my videos. You know, above all of that, I use all the space in my craft room. I have my swatch book for my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, which I'll have a tutorial coming up for. I have different plastic packaging for, again, a video I have coming up. I have my sand wax kit. I got this for Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to making these candles. And in here I just have all of my technology stuff and pencil sharpeners. I just keep it all up here in a bin so I don't have to look at it too much because there's a lot of cords and such. So we'll move over a little bit more now. So over here I have my paper cutter and my score pal. I really love my score pal, but I don't need a whole lot of elbow space when working with it, so I can have this really close to the white unit that I previously showed you what was in. But with my paper cutter, when I'm working with 12 by 12 paper, I do need some space for the excess to hang off, so therefore when I cut I can slide it all the way through. So that's why I have these in the order that they're on, and this is just a wooden desk that we made. I have a chair for when I'm working there. Under there I keep all of my garbage. In here I keep my envelope punch board and different cutting tools and my punches, and my tape that I use for my envelopes, and my white paper scraps just in a little container here. And my circle cutter, so that works really well to hold all my different cutters and such. I'm not sure where the middle drawer has gone, but in the bottom drawer I just keep all of my plastic bags from all the times I've gone shopping in my craft room, which then work for my garbage quite well. So with my white desk here, I keep the photos that were on the wall, which I'm going to show you in a minute, there, because I don't really have another storage spot for them, and they're quite safe there. I keep my sewing ruler and my craft paper here, which I use to cover my desk, and just different shelves and Bristol board and other cutting mats, so that they're out of the way, and I have a little bit of space there, so that space works quite well for it. I have a 4-drawer unit which matches the other 3-drawer unit that I showed you earlier. So in the top drawer I keep all of my fabric paint or glitter paint. I have a fair amount of it because I did shirts one year for Christmas and I never finished a bottle of it, so therefore I have quite a bit of it left. In the next drawer I have all of my glue guns, which is a total of 3, and all of my glue sticks and measuring spoons. In the next drawer I keep all of my foam brushes and my hog hair bristle paint brushes, my sea sponges and sandpaper, and then in the bottom drawer I just keep a bunch of office supplies shoved in there. So on top of here I keep all of my ink blending tools, which are just makeup applicators, my washi tape, and those are in pencil cases. I have some pom-poms and such just in these drawers here. These are some die cuts I got one year for my birthday, so I just keep those out and ready to use. And I just have some odds and ends in my black container there. So over here, I really love this area because this holds all of my stuck to mark alcohol markers as I knock them out. I have them in order of my swatch book, and I'm going to be showing you a tutorial, as I said before, or giving you a video of all of my stuck to noir alcohol markers, but this is where I keep them. I have, again, odds and ends just in this here. I normally have filming projects in here. I have all of my stamps and acrylic blocks in this bin here with my mouse pad and window screen. And I have all of my rubber wood mounted stamps here. In these 2 drawers here I keep all of my embroidery thread, sorry, cases, not drawers. I keep all of my embroidery thread. And then in these 2 I just keep all of my embellishments. In the top drawer here I keep extra cutting tools, pencils, pens, and erasers. And in the bottom drawer I keep all of my tape. It's really convenient to have right beside my desk, which is where I always work, so I really love having all of my tape right here. So this is my main working area, I guess. I have my window here which lets in a lot of daylight. Unfortunately we've been having a lot of gloomy days lately, so not that much daylight has been coming in, but in the summer it's really nice. On the back of my desk I keep chalks, scissors, lots of scissors, my pin cushion, move over here, my cutting mat, my baby wipes for cleaning my stamps, my card bases, and my inks. I have a rolly chair which works quite well, and in a box right there I have all the stuff that I'm using for my scrapbook right now. So that's really convenient to have there. This is a computer desk, so I have a little pull-out right here. So in this pull-out I keep my DIY Misty tool, my stencils, coffee filters, and such, just so that they're stored flat and they're easy to access when I'm working. I have 4 black Recollections photo boxes here, again from Michaels, and I keep my receipts and my embossing powders and my glitter and my ribbon all in these boxes. I have so much glitter, not all my glitter fits in, so I just keep some of that on top. And I have all of my scrapbook paper in these cases right here. And I have them done by the scrapbook that they're in. You can see all the ones that I have in my paper video, which I will put a link to in the description box below. And I have just a really nice lamp to light everything up. And I always keep my heat gun on my desk. So as we move over a bit more, you can see the really pretty wall. I showed you the video for how I did all of these really pretty sequins, and this is right above all of my scrapbook paper. I have some coloring that I did with my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and I put those in frames with some cardstock behind them. They look really pretty, and I love having them there. These are other hooks that I had in the wall, and I strung some embroidery thread from hook to hook to create a really weird design, and then I used some paper clips to clip up these pieces of my scrapbooks. I have some other ones, but they didn't all fit, so when I use these up, I'm going to put out some new ones, and it's really, again, a great way to display your supplies. So over here, I keep my rulers and my lace and my Crayola twistables and such. I have a video on how I did these jars, but I moved them over here for my other desk where my paper cutter and my score pal are, but I really like having those ready. In these drawers, I keep all of my 8.5 by 11 Recollections cardstock. I keep my paper clipped with the scraps of that paper that I have, which really encourages me to use my scraps, and I have used my scraps, so I really recommend this storage. So in the top drawer, I keep my blues and my greens. In the next drawer, I keep all of my pinks and my purples. Now, just when you're doing this, if you do decide to do this, I know it looks like good here, but when you're doing it, it does get a little bit complicated because I have my orangey pinks here, and then I have to go into my pink pinks, then my small section of my pink purples, and then my purples. So do sections within the section of the color. It really helps you find the paper that you're looking for a lot easier and looks a lot better. In the next drawer down, I have my reds, yellows, grays, and black cardstock. Again, paper clipped together. I just used paper clips from the dollar store and Dollar Tree, so it really was not that expensive. And then in the bottom drawer, I have all of my neutrals. And from all the paper that I've gotten, I keep all of my little papers that come with it. And I have my white and my cream that I haven't opened yet. So that's where I keep the ones I haven't opened so that they stay in good condition until I actually need them. Over here I have, again, a bunch of photo boxes. I really do love the Recollections photo boxes. They are great for storing. So in this row here, I keep the supplies for different cards, like for Christmas and baby cards and Halloween and fall cards, which really only comes once a year. So during that season, I'll take the box and I'll put it on my desk so that I have that ready. And I just have a lot of other stuff that doesn't exactly have a home, but now does. And my nail polish does, my extra nail polish stuff is stored in that, and my good brushes. So if we go into the cupboard here, this cupboard here is from Home Depot. Again, something that we had elsewhere in the house and then came up here because it didn't really store that much. So I have these little pink drawers here. I have my notepads and my stickers in these here. And I keep all of my markers and my Crayola markers and pencil crayons here. It's really nice because I can pull out the little section that I want to look at it better because the actual drawer doesn't quite come out all the way. So I really like having this storage. I don't use them a lot, so that's why they're not where I normally work. In this other photo box, I keep all of my Americana acrylic paints. And then in the other photo box, I keep all of my glue. I keep my nail polish remover and other paints and glues that didn't quite fit into the boxes here. And a project that we're working on filming right now. I have just, again, odds and ends in the bottom. And then behind me there is the closet, which I do store some craft supplies in, but it's quite messy, so we're not going to go in there today. But I really hope that you enjoyed my craft room tour, and please subscribe to see all the DIYs that I create in my craft room. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.